how is it going today?
Lord.
My name's Dwayne.
My name's Jasmine.
And today we are Couples React, and today we have 12 things most humans can't do. How about you?
How about you? I can't do it.
Let's dive on in, cause you get off me, Jasmine. Just do the whole mood off, like that was terrible.
From open-eyed sneezing to whatever the hell gleeking is.
Open-eyed
12
sneezing.
things that most humans can't do.
Absolutely, you be cheap about this guy.
Number 12. Eat a spoonful of cinnamon. Ground cinnamon may be a tasty baking addition.
I know that.
Eat on its
Yeah.
own for most people.
Die.
Attempting to do so will likely burn the inside of your throat and send you into a violent coughing fit.
Yeah.
Cinnamon is actually the raw form of tree bark that's been ground into dust.
Oh.
It's insoluble
Wow, I didn't
in
know
water, so it's not surprising that humans have such an intensely
tree
negative
bark.
reaction to it.
Yeah.
There are countless
know.
online videos of people trying to conquer the
Yeah.
cinnamon challenge,
Oh, Jesus.
where a spoonful of powder is ingested. Most of those people are dead now, so unless you're in the minority of people who can safely swallow it, I wouldn't try it.
Yeah.
Number 11, tongue tricks. Can you split or roll your tongue? Perform a reverse T?
Yes, you
flip
cannot.
your tongue 180 degrees or make shapes like a spaceship or cloverleaf?
Uh-huh.
These
I
strange
cloverleaf.
manipulations of our most malleable organ are a pretty neat party trick. I'm pretty sure Tony Hawk did them before picking up his first
Jasmine,
skateboard.
you
These
cannot.
all require muscle control and tongue dexterity. Some claim that they're genetic traits, though this is heavily debated. Approximately 75% of the population
I
can
can
roll
do
their
that.
tongues.
Yeah.
Genetics isn't the only factor.
I
Right.
can do
As
that.
some case studies show, children who can manipulate their tongues born from parents who couldn't. Whatever the mysterious origin of these tricks
Oh, I
is,
hate
they're
it.
really impressive. Only the hardcore
How do you
should
do
attempt
that?
them, though, as they
I
come
don't
with
know.
pretty serious risk of tongue cramping. Number 10,
I
wiggling
can't
your
do it.
ears.
Oh, I can
Are
do
you in the
that.
minority of people
May not
who
be
can
able to
wiggle
see
their
it, though.
ears?
I can't
Some
do it.
can do it, but only in conjunction with raising their
Yeah, I
eyebrows.
can't.
Which is a good way to make everyone think you're constipated.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't
I
do
can
it.
do that.
With a lot of money in my
Ear
eyebrows.
I can do
study,
that.
the mechanism behind ear movements is surprisingly sophisticated. Unlike most other
Yeah, I can't
facial
do it.
muscles, ear
Yeah, I
muscles
can do
have
it. It's
their
gonna
own
make it look like
accessory
I'm winking,
nucleus in the
though.
brainstem. This is basically the control area for muscle function. Compared to bats and cats, this nucleus is tiny in humans.
Yeah,
Which is
okay.
why most of us find controlling our ears such a challenge.
I
But
cannot.
those who weren't blessed with natural ear wiggling talent shouldn't despair.
You didn't even show nobody you could do it.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
You didn't see it.
Isolate your ear wiggling muscles, and in
Okay.
no time you'll be the next ear wiggling YouTube sensation. As a matter of fact, I can wiggle both of my ears independently. Number
I can
9,
do that.
touching your nose with your tongue.
Can't do that.
Ever tried touching your nose or chin with your tongue?
My nose is too
Many
far
have, and it's a lot
from my-
harder than you think.
I can't do
It's
it.
thought that only 10% of the population can perform this act,
My
which
nose
is
is
known
too
as
far
Golden
away.
Sign
Yeah.
in the medical world. In some
can't do
instances,
it.
it can indicate connective tissue disorder. But
Oh,
if you can do it, put it on all your resumes and dating profiles. You are one highly sought-after human being.
Like, I could do it.
Gene
Yeah.
Simmons of Kiss had no trouble with this trick.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
led to rumors he'd had a cow's tongue grafted onto his
Right,
own.
because his was like
Yeah.
In truth,
long.
Mother
His was
Nature just endowed him with
crazy.
a super long tongue, and he did what anyone else would do.
Yep.
Leveraged
Right.
it to become an international rock star. No, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Number 8, fist in mouth. People who can fit their entire
I'm not even
fist
gonna
into
try
their
to
mouth
do
are a
that.
rare anomaly.
I
For
can't
most,
do
it's a
it.
near impossible feat. The majority of the population can only
Fist
fit
in your
half or
mouth?
barely a
I
quarter
can't
of
do
their
it.
fist into their mouths. Seriously, they've done studies
Oh.
on this stuff. Successfully fitting your entire fist into your mouth
That'd be-
requires both a large mouth and small hands. Yep.
Don't look at me like I can do it.
No, I was
Okay.
saying I
Although this trick has
can't.
Oh,
a
okay.
sexual connotation, babies
Yeah.
are the ones who attempt it the most.
Yeah.
Usually when teething or discovering their body parts for the first time. If you aren't confident you can pull this off, it's best not to try.
Ow.
Getting your fist stuck in your mouth is kind of frowned
It's
upon by the
dangerous.
staff at your local emergency room.
They're gonna be like, why
But
did
if
you
many
do
people
that?
have
I
told
want
you
to
that
see
you
if I
want
can
to
fit
talk to
it in.
them, then you should probably learn how to do this.
I
Go
probably.
on, start practicing. Number 7, open-eyed sneezing.
I
You know
tried
that
it
crazy
once, it was
sensation
very
you feel
hard.
when
Can't
you're
do
about
it.
to sneeze? It's like a particle cannon charging in your nose, preparing to obliterate everything in its
If you guys, if you could do that, send a video to us. That'd be dope.
Please send us a video of you
like a library
sneezing
or
with the
crowded
eye
train
open.
carriage.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that the
That
overwhelming
looks
majority of
disgusting.
humans sneeze
Yeah.
with their eyes closed? Try it yourself. It's nearly impossible to launch a spread fire of
Right.
mucus with your eyes open.
Why
One
you-
popular schoolyard theory is that this is to prevent your eyes from popping out, which actually
Oh.
happened in one astonishing 1882 case. This
1882?
phenomenon is
I
called
saw
eyeball
that.
subluxing.
Yeah. They
Most
could do that
experts
on
believe our eyes
command.
clamp
That's
shut during a
creepy.
sneeze because of an involuntary reflex sent from the sneeze center of our brains. This may be the body's way of preventing germs from entering the eye. Thanks,
Yeah, maybe
brain.
so.
You're always looking out for us.
Yes,
Right.
Number
Brian.
6, nose twitching. Although this is on the more common side, not everyone has the ability to twitch or wiggle their nose like the iconic character Samantha did every time she appeared on screen in Bewitched. Some people have trouble flaring their nostrils for the same reason. However, as with several items
I can flare,
on
I
this list,
can't switch
it's
it.
something that can be learned.
Yeah, I can flare them
Worth
too.
doing, too, as it's a pretty endearing little trick.
Oh, little bunny.
It looks cute when rabbits do it.
I know.
Speaking of Bewitched, here's some fun trivia. Elizabeth Montgomery, the actress who played Samantha, got so sick of fans asking her to twitch her nose that she refused to do it once the series had ended. I think she still has nightmares about being chased by giant twitching noses. Number 5, autofellatio.
Whoa.
Autofellatio is the shameful act of a man performing oral sex on himself.
What?
Many men have probably contemplated since the first time they saw God with its own privates. And cynics would say it's the real reason men practice yoga. According to sex research,
I don't do the yoga.
2 to 3 out of every 1,000 men have the flexibility to perform this act. The number that have injured their backs trying is unknown. According to a popular myth,
Oh my God.
alternative
Why would
rocker
they-
Mary
Oh,
Jane
Oh,
had his
Lord, I
lower
heard that
vertebra removed
too.
so he could perform autofellatio. That's
he said no.
hardcore.
Yeah.
Number
He
4,
said it's not
tickle
true.
yourself. We all have ticklish spots that friends and loved ones love to zero in on. Being tickled makes us laugh, squirm, and sometimes pee a little. And if you're anything like me, it makes you reflexively
Jasmine, now you touch
punch
your
and
skin
kick
now.
everyone
You gotta get away from me.
Being tickled is one of the most vulnerable
Honestly,
states
I
we can
can't-
find ourselves in.
Yeah,
But
you can do it.
unfortunately,
I gotta tickle my foot.
you're out of luck if you want to have a good, clean, solo tickle session. On paper, it might sound easy to do, but in practice, it's nearly impossible to genuinely tickle yourself to the point of laughter because you will always brace for the touch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because of an
I
area
can't
at
do
the
it on
back
my
of the brain
side
called
where
the
I'm using
cerebellum.
fingers.
The cerebellum plays a role in monitoring movements, and studies have shown that it can predict sensations
That's what my
caused by our
dog does
own
every
movements,
day.
but
Yeah.
not someone else's. Unless there is a disconnect between you and your subconscious mind, your touch will always
I
be
hope not.
anticipated.
I hope
Number
not.
3, raise one eyebrow. Raising your eyebrows suggestively or in bewilderment is one awesome life skill.
You're doing
Virtually
both.
everyone can raise both
No.
eyebrows, but only a
doing
portion of
both.
the population can raise one at a time. That is,
I'll do
without
the other
moving
one,
the
Jazz.
other at all.
Oh,
Those
okay,
with
Jasmine,
power
do it. I
to
can't do
manipulate a
it.
single brow
I can do it.
usually only do it with one of our 2 eyebrows. However, with practice, you can build up the connection between your nerves
Yep.
and muscles
See?
and be cocking eyebrows with the best of them.
Yeah,
It's
that's why you
believed
can't.
raising your eyebrows is an evolutionary trait.
Shut up.
As mandrills, baboons, and capuchin monkeys raise their eyebrows as a threat gesture. Number
Really?
2,
Mike, you wanna
lift your
try me?
elbow. Your tongue and your elbow
Okay.
are tragic lovers who desperately want to
can't
be
do it.
together,
No.
but can't because they're
No.
disapproving parents. Your mouth and arm won't let them. It's just about
can't.
impossible
Can't
for
do
people
it.
to lick their elbows. Try it now. Just make sure you're alone though, or you may be committed. Apparently, there are techniques that can be learned to get around this. Most require you to have been blessed with a particularly short upper arm or an
Right.
abnormally
Oh, yeah,
long
yeah.
tongue. Guinness World Record staff
I can't
receive
do it.
5 claims a day from people who think they're special because they can lick their elbows. For most people, though, elbows and saliva are destined never to meet.
Oh.
Number
Oh,
1,
that's like ours.
gleeking. Gleeking is the hottest
Ew.
trend. All the kids are doing it.
What's
It's better
that?
than twerking and planking, and even better than the moonwalk. Gleeking is the term for when you project saliva from the submandibular gland after compressing it with your tongue. This means you stimulate the saliva glands under your tongue to spit a concentrated jet of saliva. Yes, like a camel.
Ew.
Sometimes this happens by accident when you yawn or when
Yuck.
you're being operated on at the dentist. But doing it deliberately and at will is a skill very few possess. It
Wow.
requires dedication and tongue dexterity. Some say gleeking is easier to do after eating sweet or tangy candy.
Ja-
If you think the word gleek is some newfangled internet term, it may interest you to learn that it appeared in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. A character named Bottom says, "Nay, I can gleek upon occasion." Of course, it meant something entirely
sounds like
different
something
there,
else.
but Shakespeare's
Yeah.
still down with the kids. Thanks for listening. Bye.
So
Okay.
tell us if you were able to do any of those,
Yes.
you are a real MVP because some of those I couldn't do. The tongue clover thing
Yeah.
I could do. I can't raise my eyebrows like
You can do
Jasmine
that. Yeah, I can raise my eyebrows. I can wiggle my ears. I can flare my nose. Flare, not wiggle.
Flare, yeah, I can flare my nose.
What else? I think that's it.
Got it, yeah.
That's it. That's all I can do.
How was gleeking? You know.
I don't like gleeking.
And it's, I want if you could sneeze with your eyes open, send us a video.
Yes, please
I
do.
would
I would
really
love
want
to
to see
see
that. Anyway, guys, please comment below. Thank
Don't forget to like,
you guys.
share.
It's just more, I guess.
This